A warm welcome to you and thank you for joining us. We start off with the latest news from Uganda. First off, pop star and leading opposition figure Bobi Wine has made a dramatic escape on a motorbike, avoiding arrest by the security forces after they barricaded his home. Wine shared a video on Facebook on Wednesday captioned "Busabala Final Destination." That was a video of himself getting on a bike surrounded by supporters and well-wishers. He was recently arrested in April for allegedly staging an unsanctioned protest last year. Meanwhile, in a publication by the Uganda Communications Commission, 13 TV and radio stations violated broadcasting standards in their coverage of opposition political activities. Uganda on Wednesday marked its independence anniversary, while President Yoweri Museveni, who's been in power since 1986, touted progress that the East African country has made. The opposition instead, at a parallel event, said the country was worse off than it was at independence 57 years ago.
And so we are delving deep into the subject this morning, and the president of the largest opposition party, FDC, Patrick Oboy-Amoriat, joins us with this analysis. Good to have you on the program, sir. Well, the Forum for Democratic Change is Uganda's main opposition party. On Wednesday, you held a Power Independence Anniversary event where you said Uganda is not the country the people that fought for independence envisioned. So for an international audience, what is FDC's vision for Uganda?
Listeners should understand that the FDC is a center-right party that believes in free people. And therefore, the vision of the FDC is to see a truly democratic, peaceful, prosperous, and unified Uganda, adhering to the principles of equity, freedom, social justice, and reconciliation. And therefore, really, that is a summary of what we believe in and would like to see this country become. Unfortunately, when we look at all the aspects of our vision, beginning with democratic Uganda, a free society, we find that these are ingredients that are lacking in our politics. And therefore, we are tempted to believe that unless the politics of the day is properly attended to, we are going to continue wallowing in a cycle of lack of peace, in a cycle where conflict will be unresolved for a long time to come, where there is going to be no justice as we see today, and where equality is extremely questionable at the moment.
Patrick, election year is just a year away. Next year it will take place. Almost all previous elections in Uganda have been described or judged not to be free and fair. You said your candidate, Kizza Besigye, had his victory stolen in the year 2016 and faces treason charges. Have your views about elections changed in Uganda, and are you optimistic about the coming year's election?
We have been in 3 elections so far since our founding, and in each of those elections we have sponsored a presidential candidate. And this presidential candidate has won. But then he's not been able to take over power or neither be declared winner. And so for us, we are jittery about any election because of the level of impartiality of those who run the very process that will bring leaders. The Electoral Commission is elected by Mr. Museveni. The rules of the game are skewed in favor of the ruling government. And so we are going to go for this election, not purely because we believe in the processes leading to it and in the actual outcome of the election, what may come out of it, but as a form of struggle to see that this country is liberated. Election by itself and in itself is not going to bring change to this country.
Well, your party constituted the so-called People's Government with a National Assembly and local government structures as an alternative to Museveni's government, which you do not recognize. How effective is this alternative?
Aujourd'hui, dites-nous, est-ce que votre démarche a-t-elle produit des fruits?
We decided that we form an alternative government in response to the stolen election of 2016. And so from that time onwards, we have continued to build this government, which obviously is operating without levying taxes from the population and therefore cannot offer services. But we believe that our criticism is going to help people understand the weaknesses of this government, and would then encourage them to begin urging the government to do much more than they are doing now. We know that Mr. Museveni is not interested in serving the people of Uganda. And so anybody living in this country today will appreciate the kind of pressure that Mr. Museveni and the junta have come under since the formation of the People's Government. So this is quite an influential arrangement which is new to the politics of Uganda, but nonetheless, has had its impact in shaping opinion and shaping decisions that are taken in this country.